All right. So I had a short conversation with a financial coach, and I think this one will resonate with a lot of people. There are some people that you want to help that need your help that you could probably be very effective with and provide a lot of value, and they can't afford your services. I've talked a little bit about this in the past, and I have some different ideas from one extreme that, hey, you've gotten yourself into this problem. You should find the money to pay for my services because you found the money to pay for everything else. On the other hand, I have found myself in a situation where I said, hey, you know what? You deserve this. I'm going to give it to you for free. It's going to be effort and expense on my side here, and it's just going to be a gift, right? So you can probably find some happy medium, and maybe you don't have an existing business that brings in income, and so you can't give a lot of time. Maybe you don't have an existing business that brings in any income, and so you have a lot of time, so you can give it away, or maybe you have a spouse that works, or maybe you're independently wealthy, whatever it might be. So there's all sorts of factors. We're not all the same. We're not all starting the businesses for the same reason or in the same place or with the same experience or with the same backup or existing infrastructure. So I get that this could be different for everyone. What I would say here is that if someone is living upside down, they have negative cash flow, they can't afford your services, they're maxed out on credit cards, they don't have any money, they are focused on and worried about putting food on the table, it doesn't make a lot of sense to pay someone 100, 150, $200 an hour to give them financial advice. Now, what I would say here is that in this space, this is more like financial counseling and it's more like triage management. And so there are a number of places that a person could go and you might want to refer them. So this would be my first suggestion is that you may want to refer them to a service that can help them for free. There are a number of companies that will provide financial counseling or financial coaching, and a number of agencies. And you might be saying, well, some of these may or may not be good. I actually used to work for a company called Thrive Financial. They're based in Minneapolis. They actually have a coaching program called Money Canvas. They provide coaching for free. I'll tell you what, this is a Fortune 500 company that hired full-time people to do financial coaching. The competition is getting red hot in this space if you're an independent financial coach, because some of these people can now reach out to a coach that is backed up by a multi-billion dollar organization with resources and financial products and training and expertise and really experienced people. And you might be saying, geez, the deck is stacked against me. It can be, but some people want to work with someone local, someone they know, someone they feel a connection with, and maybe they don't get that at some of these other companies. So you could refer them to say, hey, Google Thrive Financial Money Canvas, schedule an appointment there. They can help work you through that. So referrals are one way of doing that. Maybe there's an agency, a nonprofit that has some financial coaches or financial counselors. Some of the certifying organizations like AFCPE will have a list of people that might work with someone on a discounted basis. The other thing I might say here is if you can afford to do it, and I've done this a lot, is to say, listen, I can't work with you ongoing because I have a lot of other clients and I can't take away from my business on that, but I would love to spend 30 minutes with you, get to know your situation, see if I can just give you a few nuggets, a couple of items that might really make a difference for you, a couple action items that you can take away or to-dos. And so let's just talk for 30 minutes. Just give me the lay of the land. Tell me what's up. What are your most pressing issues, or what's the number one thing that you need to work on? And do I have an idea of something that you can do to help fix some of this problem right now? Triage that emergency, that acute issue right away. And maybe that's enough to get them right sized, maybe get them a little more comfortable. They might have to take a month or two, or maybe even more to get things in a place where they're a little bit above just treading water, maybe get their head above water, take a breath, kind of reset and get focused, and then be able to come back to you and say, hey, listen, I can't pay your full rate, but what about half the rate or a third of the rate, $50 an hour? That still might be worth it to you and to them because you've already helped guide them that way. So I have given away a lot of 30-minute discussions where it's just a little bit of rapid fire because it's not a lot of time to hear about someone's situation, to get to know them. You can't probe too deeply. You can't get to know the whole backstory to everything, but it can be enough time to get to understand what their most critical issue is. And if you have some ideas that they just haven't thought about, they haven't had time to research, they might not have the breadth of information. They probably don't. And so just saying, hey, listen, call your credit card company, get on a payment plan, call your cell phone company to get you on a plan or whatever it might be. So some of these things can be, wow, that was just a really helpful piece of advice. And I can catch a breath and I don't have to worry about my cell phone getting turned off or getting disconnected from my kids or whatever it might be. So giving away a 30-minute session and just maybe explaining and managing that expectation that, hey, I can only do this for you once just because I've got other things to do and I've got clients that I need to attend to, but I want to do that for you. And hopefully you get some help out of that. But if you don't, then maybe the next thing is referring off to someone who can work with you on an ongoing basis and is backed up financially by another organization or a charity or foundation or a benefactor there. So hopefully that helps. If you have people that are upside down, maybe just to set on the table that, hey, let me see what I can do in a short period of time with you, but just manage that so that you don't get sucked into a situation where you are working a lot for someone who is never going to be able to generate revenue for you. All right. Hopefully that helps. I'll see you later.